Okay, need to share this, copy that link. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Ben plays Kerbals. Ben play blah, blah, blah. With Kerbalism and a few other mods. I got to get a couple other mods going, but we're gonna hop right back in here. So our goals for today, as stated, are going to be. Let's actually head over to the. We're gonna head over to the science. To the research and development building. We're going to look at some of our goals for that, what we want to do by the end of the stream. Then we're going to hop over to the tracking station. I got to remember the names for all these things. And we're going to take a look at some of the we're going to look at some of the details, some of the planetary bodies that we want to get around before we go anymore. So let's start with the science header. Now we've got 83 science. Now let's see what we can unlock. We could unlock small re-entry pods, but that's not really going to get us anything. We could probably fly suborbital flights with that. I think I want to start getting up towards the 90s here, and I think we're going to get subsonic flight, advanced flight control. No, we're not going to. Yeah, well, we could do advanced flight controls. I guess that's that scriptable control pod. We're going to get these command pods. These two right here are the big ones, because we're going to need some. Because we're going to need a little bit. We're going to want to be. We're going to use these parts right here for deep space exploration, going to the Mun, to Minmus with our crew, and then we're going to use these for exploring. For building our space stations. And speaking of space stations, we should probably get parts for space stations. So we'll need these parts here as well, and this will get us a couple of experiments too, an EVA repair kit as well, probodone experiment modules, all these kind of things, electronics. We're going to need these here, and heat management. I think we might be okay with that one. And then of course propulsion systems. These will be nice to have because we got this as well as these. These will be really nice to have. And then these fuel systems with a fuel line and a drain valve, joint socket, nose cone. All of these are needed. So basically we need all these. But what we're going to start with is we're going to go for simple command pods and subsonic flight, so that way we can start designing space planes. In order to do that, hello there, Kerbal Master 12. How are you today? So I'm just going over what our plans are for this stream, what I want to accomplish by the end of it. I'd like to get haven't quite done a so I want to stay within the Kerbin sphere of influence. I want to stay within the Kerbin-Mun system. So I think let's see here. You know what we can do? We could probably build a rover, and then let's change the map type to biome. Go to the Mun. And let's find an area that is close to 3 biomes. Canyons, Midlands, Far Side Crater, right here. Let's see the projection on that. I could also, we got Lowlands, Far Side Basin. There's a basin on Mun. Oh my god. I didn't realize how much there was on Mun. I was so focused on the craters. Far Side Basin, Lowlands, Midlands. Okay. This area right here might be a good area to go for. We've also got Midlands and Lowlands here. But I think this area might be a good one to go for. So what we're going to do... Wait. That's the Far Side Basin. We're going to need it on the northeast basin here. With Midlands, Craters, Lowlands. Let's put a couple... Let's name this one Rover Landing Zone 1. Set that waypoint. So, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to, actually it should be out here now. So, actually let me look something up here. I need to know KSP Mun. I just want to know what its rotation is, how long it takes for it to rotate on its axis. Orbital inclination, arguing longest time eclipsed. Come on, give me something I can use. Sidereal orbit period. Is it 6 Earth days? Or 6 Kerbin days? Because if so, that means it rotates about halfway. I'm gonna put this right about here, so that way when we come around to it on we will have we'll have some We'll have some time. So, hopping into the vehicle assembly building, and we're going to design our rover. A rover, I think, will be the best. Actually, we should probably switch over to the... No, with it... Yeah, I can design a rover here. Because we got this part here. There. Okay. Let's get our wheels. Just sit low to the ground. Okay, so there is the basic rover package that we're going to be using. Let's get a couple batteries on the side here, back. Alright. Gotcha, Kerbal Master. That's cool. Okay. That'll go there. Now, let's get some. Let's get a navigation light on here. Let's add camera. I really should download the probe control. I should download the probe control room and get that working. Okay, so now let's get our science experiments on here. We're going to get a Geiger counter right here and a thermometer right there. Alright, so this is our rover here. What should we call it? My impactor was called Muna 1. Let's go with... You know what, let's wait to name it until after we've got it built. So the first thing I'm going to want to add to this is everyone's favorite, the Sky Crane. Although I don't have any crane parts that I can use yet from Kerbal Attachment System. That's okay, because I've got parts to make. Oh damn, you know what I realize I don't have? I don't have anything. You know what we can do? Okay. We can add these right here, like that. Bam. That'll work. Okay. Okay, so those, there it is. For that, I'm going to add. Just point, and these there on the side with four of these like that. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Then add action wheel and the KOS script module. All right. So there's our basic sky crane, and this we can actually turn into a relay antenna once we get up there. So these will ignite, land us on the surface nice and gentle. Then we'll take off and just send it into space. Send it back into orbit around Mun. Anything else we can add to this? Oh, you know what, for communication purposes, we're going to add some more of these. There we go. And then we'll add a couple on the relay / sky crane. Alright, now we just need to build the transfer vehicle. There we are. This is going to be okay. Need to push these in just a little bit. They're not over, maybe over at all. This is going to be the large, you know what, let's not make the largest fairing ever for a rover. There we go. It'll be the widest fairing we've ever built. Make that a clamshell deploy. If we're going to clamshell deploy that, we're going to need to use this out. This one. There we go. That looks good. Now, see if Lassius that's 1.16. Fairing deployed. Oh. Well, we can always extra tall. Now I should have enough in these upper engines here to get it if we run out of fuel in our transfer stage here. I should have enough in the what I'm going to call the Mun orbit Mun landing stage that should have enough to actually be able to get it the rest of the way. Time to get action groups figured out. Custom 3. Start radiation scan. Start temperature scan. Custom 5. Stop radiation scans. Custom 6. Stop temperature scan. Custom 2 is extending this solar panel, so custom 2 should obviously also extend the antenna. Alrighty. Here we have the rocket that will take us to the surface of the moon. Let's build, what should we call it? Rover, you know what? Silver Retriever. I think I spelled retriever right. Let's look it up on the internet. Retriever. Oh, it's I-E. Retriever. MUN Science Research. MUN Surface Science Roving Vehicle. The MSRV. Surface Science Roving Vehicle. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this to the surface of the MUN, and then I'm going to close out of my game for a little bit so I can download Pro Control Room, because I really want to try that out, see if it's working. Let me see if that's actually updated yet. KSP Pro Control Room. There we are. .8, 1.2. I mean, I've got some mods. Years ago. There's a possibility it'll work. 1.8.x. I've got some mods on here that are technically only supposed to work for 1.7, but I still got them here, so I'm not about to follow the suggestions of mod developers. We're going to launch from the Kerbal Space Center. We should also probably do a little bit of flying around the around Kerbin to try and find the the other space centers. Spoiler warning if you don't want to actually see those until you find them yourself. But Silver Retriever number 1, go into the pad now, and we'll see how this goes. So, as usual, courtesy of Space Corps launch scripts for KOS, we're going launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Hello, what's the game in B? We are just heading towards the Mun now in what is known as the Silver Retriever. You'll see why I called it that in a minute. Our mission goals for this time is to get to a point where we're going to be launching our first Kerbal into orbit with a space plane. That's what I'm hoping to do. To do that, we got to go to the Mun. How are you today? My job? Right now I work at TSA, which is kind of nice. I'm using it to try and pay for my college, which I haven't started yet, but I will start. In order to become an astronaut, you have to get a master's degree in science or engineering field. So I'm thinking, why not do both? I'll get a bachelor's degree in engineering field, like mechanical engineering, and then I'll go down and I'll get a master's degree in geology. That way I'll have engineering and science. That'll make me seem way nicer and keep me more flights. I also got to get a pilot's license. Those cost up to $10,000, so I gotta get that too. If you're asking about in the game, job right now is to gather science. I really like what I've done with this rocket here. This is my launch vehicle. Let's get that down to it's in the yellow. Is that a little better? I had my desktop audio way up, and let's turn that down a little more. There we go. Oh no, it's not even it's not just a shirt. It's the whole flight suit. I bought a flight suit online a while ago, and so actually this right here, this patch right here. Ooh, we got staging. Second stage ignition. We're at apoapsis at 61,000 feet. All right, that's pretty good. So this patch right here is actually the local Air and Space Museum. So it's my local Air and Space Museum here in Nebraska. I'm a big fan of them. I wanted to put one of their patches on my flight suit here to represent. I've got a again. I'm TSA. I work I screen people before they hop onto airplanes, which is a lot of it is quite kind of a lot of fun. And you find yourself repeating a lot of the same phrases over and over again, like telling people to take their computers out of their bags and that they can't have any liquids over a certain size. So it's not that it's not a difficult job at all. It's an interesting job. I'm wearing this just because I'm trying to become an astronaut. This is kind of my I call myself a future astronaut, not an astronaut yet. So I hope this works. This isn't gonna work. Oh crap. Okay. Okay, the payload on this one was too heavy, and it is not going to get into space today. Because I did not check the thrust to weight ratio on all this stuff. This is the heaviest payload that I've ever launched with this. I mean, sometimes they land the same. I hope I hope my airplane doesn't land like a rocket, especially the rockets that I'm building, because that's not landing like an airplane. Yeah, we're not getting into space today. This thing is about to run out of fuel. And I mean, maybe, but then we're not going to have enough to get to Mun, or at least not enough to land on Mun. That's not going to be good. Well, now you get to see the rover. Ooh, new sound effects for those. Oh, why did you ditch the rover? Okay, I guess we're just going to orbit with this satellite. Well, it was going to land with the rover right there. It was going to go to Mun, but looks like that won't be. That's not what we're doing. We're just launching a relay satellite. You know what? We might be able to still use this. We can use it to get into geostationary orbit right here. So that's what we're going to try next. That's what we're going to try here. That'll get us a little bit of money. Not a whole lot of science. Oh, snap. We're still going down. Yep. Nope, we're not going to get into orbit at all. That's great. You know what? Let's just deploy it. Let's see if we can save it. Let's spread a debris field across the, what is it? Well, that's no good. Okay, we're going to need to try and do a little bit more work. We're going to have to work on that. That was fantastic. At 450 meters, I don't have any landing gear on this thing. It was not meant to do this. That's alright, we're going to return to the vehicle assembly building. Because... Thank you, Carnassa. Yeah, I did not design this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add... There we go. That should be enough to get it into space. That should hopefully get all the way to Mun now. Oh. Back out to the launch pad so we can get this thing off. Once again, using courtesy of the, because I'm terrible at coding, courtesy of the script pack that's on SpaceDock, called by the Space Core script pack for Kerbal operating system. I am trying to write my own codes. I could show you the launch code that I have, but it is no good for the mission we're running here. Here we go. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, there it goes. Okay. So what should we talk about today? You know, this launch vehicle that I've designed, I'm very, very proud of it. I wish more rockets actually kind of did this. I mean, maybe they're really bad aerodynamically when they do this, but the Atlas did this a little bit, and I'd really like it if they just had a couple of these things right here. And I mean, I'm doing this because these have these struts in them, and I have to do that so that way this doesn't just wiggle itself apart on launch. But it also looks cool. Also, the waterfall mod makes everything look way better. Restock and waterfall. At this moment, I'm trying to gather enough science to get a to unlock my crew parts. I want to build a space. I want to build the temperature. Toasty, probably. At 450 meters per second at this altitude is probably a little warm. I'm trying to get enough science to unlock my first crude parts. I want to build a space plane for the first orbital vehicle, and then I'm going to use the capsules for deep space stuff because I really don't want to try and eyeball re-entries with a space plane from that high up. Okay, this is working a lot better. Yeah, uncrewed before crude is... I can't really use anything else because it's so... I don't know, it feels unrealistic and almost irresponsible to send your crew before you send your probes, but not that it hasn't stopped me because I've already killed Jeb in an aircraft crash earlier on. Are we gonna have... This thing really drains my fuel. That's not... I should get Kerbal Engineer. I did not intend for that to happen. Please don't ditch the next stage. Please don't. We might be okay. And we're probably not. Because we need 500 meters a second minimum by the time we get into low Mun orbit to be able to land. We might have to design a new launch vehicle for this thing because this is the heaviest payload that I've launched with this. And it wasn't able to put it even into orbit. The payload had to put itself into orbit. We're going to try for it. Our goal for this mission, I've got a waypoint up here on the Mun. Right up here. This is in the Northwest Basin. Hopefully it'll be in an area where I can it's in an area where I could get to like three different 3 different biomes, but we have an inclination change in between, and things just aren't looking good for that. Let's see what we could do here. 600. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Nope, that's a bust on that one too. I'm gonna ditch that, and I'm gonna try and see if I can't. There we go. If I can't use this one to get to geostationary orbit. Apoapsis is. Okay, let me see what the apoapsis is on this thing. Oh, let me. 289. I think it's 6.3. We'll have a margin of error with it, but so we're gonna mission change this thing, ditch the rover, and we're gonna try and get to a geostationary orbit. Sunrises are always so beautiful with these mods. Now I gotta think about what we need to do. I think, well, I could probably add a fifth engine to the lower stage on the launch vehicle, and that'll hopefully kick it up a little higher. But I still want to add a little bit more fuel to it too. So I think so far it's going good. Wait, that's pretty close. Let's add a maneuver there. To get it circularized. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Set up that you're playing. I think I did do that. I can check to see if I have. I didn't know that. Thank you, Carnessa. I'm trying. Let me think. Just to edit on that. See if I can change it. Tags, language, recording date. I could have swore I did that. Alright. Really? You found me browsing through YouTube? I shared this on N9's YouTube on his Discord, and I assumed you just came from there. Oh snap, we got a geostationary satellite. So that's a mission complete. Okay. I think I will share it on your Discord. Ooh, okay. That's awesome. I didn't know you found this by just scrolling through YouTube. That makes me feel really good. That means that they're actually getting it out there, because I shared it with a couple of Discord servers. So that gave us enough science there to so let's think. So I really want so we're going to get this one, and then we want to get this one so we can get Scrubber for life support. Because without it, in a last career evolution, moon exploration, soft landing on Mun. All right, there we go. Howdy, Kenji. Oh, okay. So let's quickly redesign the launch vehicle for our. Are you kidding me? That makes me feel so good. Okay, so for the redesign on this one, this is let's actually show you what this is. This launch vehicle here is the Lassius IV. Because the Lassius is a type. It's the I'm naming my launch vehicles after ants. Their species name, and I can't say the rest of it because. But and I'm not going to explain why. You can just look up Lassius. But it's got the four these engines here. These Valiant engines. So I think it's time we built a Lassius V. Four by one. And another one of these. It pushes it a little closer to the ground. 2000. I think I'm going to leave this as part of the vehicle, as part of the Lassius V. It's a two-stage launch vehicle. Ugh. And let's add some more stickers to it because I like stickers. I originally tried to design this as my flag, and I'll show you what this looks like. It kind of looks okay. I wish I had erased the background for it, but honestly it just looks like a child did it. So for this one, because our mission goes around the Kerbin system, let's add a flag to this thing. Yeah, no, that's okay. Alright. No, I can't find any other flags. The futureness is gonna begin. Oh yeah. I think we're already getting started with the future on this one. So let's get these right here. 1.26 with 1900. This gives me 944. I should download. I should download Probe Control Room, and I should also download Kerbal Engineering, but I have not done that. Wait, it connects it right there. All right. So let's save this launch vehicle. Plays 5. Light to medium launch vehicle. And then the silver retriever up here. Should we? Nah, we'll just do white. There we go. This again. I don't like it that it does that, but at least okay. This time it's going to work. This time it's going to work because we got way more fuel in that bottom stage on the main stage, and we'll be able to send our vehicle into a hopefully I'm crossing my fingers. We were at least able to complete one mission. Now we just need to get this soft landing on the Mun. You know, I really should explore Mun more often, because going through the ScanSat data that I got from it, I discovered the basins. Well, not discovered. I found the basins, and I had never seen those before. And so it'll be really interesting to check those out. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. At least 1 HP. It has at least 1 HP. Okay. So far, so good. So I think while this thing launches, I gotta think of something else to talk about. Oh, I'm kind of in my new video series I'm making a video series called Designing Spacecraft for Pilots. I'm trying to get away from more KSP centered videos. I'm still going to be using KSP in the video, but I'm really excited to show you guys that one. I'm still writing the script for it, but also something that frustrates me is the fact that the engineers for the Gemini spacecraft, they have RCS, Reaction Control System. They have AMS, the Orbital Attitude Maneuvering System, and then they have the RCS, the Reentry Control System. So the RCS name actually came from the Mercury, where that was the thrusters in the nose, the RCS system to control it. And then they decided to use the RCS acronym again, but for Reentry Control System, and then they went back and used RCS as Reaction Control System on the Apollo, so it just made things a whole lot more confusing for me personally as I went through and tried to and tried to like find information about it. Another interesting fact that I have discovered is that the Soviet Union, when they designed the Vostok spacecraft, they decided that roll control was not necessary while in space. I don't know if I'll ever go into light years in this game, but I'd love to. The Soviet Union decided that roll control was not necessary in the Vostok or the Voskhod. At least, there's not a whole lot of information that I could find about Voskhod because it's basically just a Vostok with more seats duct taped inside, and a oh, come on. This thing is not getting up the way I want it to, and that is really frustrating me. I don't... Maybe? I'm not a fan of the fact that this is going to be the hardest. I did not expect that this would be the most difficult thing that I had to do, because I mean, I could send another a lander to do a soft landing on Mun, but I want this rover because I'll be able to get more data. And maybe just... It's probably not going to be able to land, but we can at least try to get it into orbit around the moon. See where it's at right now. So let's go just a little behind here. Then we need to get up here. To make this as easy as possible, let's bring this as close to the surface as we can. Well, completing missions, if we can. This thing is not wanting to get it. Oh no, I don't do mining. I am a science only. Alright. So now we just need to extend these antennae. So it'll get to the Mun. And if we can... If we can just... Let's just get there. And then we'll find out what we need to do from there. I already have full science here. Because if we can... There it is, Moonrise. Okay. So if we can get there and be able to at least get into orbit, we can attempt a landing. I don't think we'll be able to soft land it, but maybe delta V's will change as we get into orbit around Mun. Probably not. Yeah, I've seen that we're searching. I don't know, communicate with them yet. Gotta find them first. Okay. Now, I am not yet, I am not an engineer. But I think that this is not an ideal situation to be in. So let's make a maneuver so we can fix that. First thing I want to do is I want to make something that'll go over. Let's have it go over the poles. And we'll get 10,000. A little more, come on. Come on. Right there, perfect. Run path, 0:/execute node.ks. And wait to give it that command. Oh, that's wonderful. It decided to do that this time. I thought we fixed that a long time ago. Now I have to redo the whole, no, get rid of that. X out of that. Okay. Oh, execute node.ks for Kerbal operating system. Okay, so let's bring it back in just a little bit. It'll execute. There we go. Yep, right here where that node is, that's where I would like to land. Because that'll give me an area around in the basin, in a Mun basin up here, that will allow me to rover between 3 different biomes there. And that'll get me the most science that I can. But it is not going to be able to land because we need about 500 meters a second of fuel to land or more. And I'm about to use 90 of mine to just get in here, so we'll probably just end up in another orbit, but This could probably work as a really good relay satellite. Or it can just decide to do this. What do we end up with? Doom. Cool. We'll extend the solar panel. And the thing is we have all the science we need from here. Well, I suppose we have some thinking to do about what we need to do about this. Now, you know, I think okay, I don't understand why this is not clicking now. Okay. So, let's think up some solutions to this problem. We don't have enough fuel, so we need more fuel by the time we get into orbit. In order to do that, we need to have more fuel on the ground. Right now, the Lazius 5 launch vehicle has a around 1.2 thrust to weight ratio. I think if we get it down to 1.10, it's not going to be ideal because it'll kind of drift right on launch, but it should be able to get it up a little higher. It'll be a much slower liftoff. So, okay, that's weird. That's not supposed to do that. One moment. I'm going to close out of this game really fast. And I'll be right back. I just got to close out of the game because I'm getting a glitch that I did not expect. And while I'm at it, I'm actually just going to download a couple quick mods. It shouldn't, well, should I do that on stream or should I wait till after stream? I should probably wait till after stream because that would be a bad move. But I'm getting a glitch, so I'm just going to really fast close out of these. And then I'll see if we can get it back up and running again. You know what? I'm gonna stop streaming for just a little bit, and we'll try and see what we can get out of I'll get it fixed, but I'll be back on streaming in just a moment.